We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers
and the Washington Commanders.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, and so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the sneak, Rodgers. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
But that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it.
And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
26.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. That's caught at the 25.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And this is caught. It's Brown. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Washington.
It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On play action, Allen.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line. Allen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Nixon now from his end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Rodgers to throw once more.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Romeo Doubs.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 24, Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Rodgers again now.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Packers are right back in this football game.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Dobbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this off.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
They just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lapse. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.